So selectors are very important in CSS. Why selectors are going to be using for? Selectors are going to be using for selectors are going to be using for selectors are going to be using for selecting HTML content, selecting HTML content to CSS files. Okay, so selectors are going to be using for selecting HTML content to CSS. See, for example, from HTML content, inside HTML there are multiple components we have. Inside HTML there are multiple components we have. From HTML, I want to pick up all the components using with the selector. Selector is a glue point, and into the CSS. Into the CSS, I want to select any HTML content. You can able to go with the selector. There are multiple kind of selectors. See, kind of selectors. See, what are the different kind of selectors which are going to be available in part of the CSS? The one is element selector. One is element selector. One is a class selector. One is the ID selector. Now one is a group selector. One is a event selector. One is a ID selector. One is a group selector. One is a event selector. One is a odd selector. One is a number selector. One is a universal selector. One is a adjacent one sibling selector. And one is the adjacent all sibling selector. So these are the multiple kind of selectors which are going to be available. The first one is element selector. We'll see element selector, how element selector will be selecting elements from HTML. Selecting elements from HTML by HTML component name, by component name, or by element name. By element name. This is going to be element select. So element name, and curly braces open, curly braces close. Curly braces open, curly braces close. This is what actually called element selector is. Next, about the class selector, how class selector will be. Class selector, it's very simple. Selecting elements using with the class name. Selecting elements using with the class name. And this is very simple. Dot class name and curly braces open, curly braces close. And the one is ID selector. Most important selector, these three are actually. The first one, second one, third one, most important selectors. ID selectors, selecting elements using with ID name, hash precedence. Okay. Here, dot precedence. Okay. So hash precedence. What is this hash precedence? Here directly hash ID name, and you need to work with like this. Okay, so let it be. I'll save the content now. So this is the content and day 6 something. Create here. I'm just going to be giving the names here. What is the date today? This is 29/10. So inside 20/9/10, I'm going to be working with the selectors nodes. notes.html, something like this. Okay. Now I just want to go to the new file, and this file is going to be a element selector. Now first we will see element selector, and element class id dot html. So three things I will write in the one program. So h1, this is the h1. I'm writing something like a full stack web development, and try to write a more and more h1s here. These are the three h1s. Let me try to understand how element selector will be. I want to select all the h1s with the color red. In color red. Text align center. All h1s are going to be selecting at the same time, and this is going to be a internal style. What is the style here? This is the internal style. We have to understand this is internal style. So in internal style, selectors are very, very important, and this kind of selector is element selector. So how we are working with element selector? Very simple, straightforward. Selecting elements with element name. This is element name h1. I got selected h1. All the h1s are going to be having color red. Let me go and check it at the browser. Open in the default browser, and all my h1s are going to be in the red color. We can able to easily understand. All h1s are in red color now. Yes, all h1s are in red color now. Now I want to go with the class selector. How class selector will be? Suppose I have some class for the first h1, class 1, and the same class I'm giving for the third h1. This is 1, and second h1 I'm giving the class is 2. But now I need to write a class selector. How to write a class selector? Very simple. Class selector. This will be a class selector, and the class is dot one, and I want to give the color changing with the green. So let me check it out. Where is the one class available? All the one class which is going to be converting into the green color now. Wherever the one class is available, one class related elements, one class related elements, only two elements we have, the first element and third element, which is having the one class. So wherever you have the class 1, automatically green color is coming. And next, and two class, wherever the two class available, there I need to change the color. To I need to change the color blue. Okay, wherever the class is available called blue, automatically the color got updated, that is the blue color. In element selector, all the elements with red color. Now in class selector, one related classes green, two related classes blue. We need to understand how the things are happening, guys. Okay, next, what my requirement is, I will take h2 now. h2 web development I'm taking, and this h2 is having id. id called 1, and this id need to get select. So id selector I'm writing now. And this id selector is very simple and straightforward. With the hash precedence I need to give id name, hash #1, and how this #1 is going to be selecting. With #1, color should be red again, and background color should be something like aquamarine or aqua, and text align center. So finally, this is going to be h2, but h2 having id. I am selecting id now. So id got selected, and that was having some background color, that was having some text color. Everything got happened. So this is the way of writing a class selector, element selector, and id selector. Okay, now we need to understand how element preferences are going to be working with class ID element. Selector preference. Selector preference. How selector preference is going to be working with element, class, and ID. Okay, so if I am having element, comma, class, and ID selector for one element with one attribute, then ID selector is the first preference. ID selector is the first preference. If ID is not there, class selector is the first preference. If class is not there, element selector is the first preference. So you try to understand these 3 points are very, very important. Selector preference. If I am going to be writing 3 selectors, for example, the element having element name, and element having class, and element having ID. Whenever I'm trying to writing 3 selectors for the that particular element, I'm writing element selector, I'm writing class selector, I'm writing ID selector. Which is the first preference to the browser? Browser can able to understand the first preference as ID selector first. If ID is not there, then it will go for the class. If class is also not there, it will go for the element level. So let me take one program, selector preference and all. You can able to easily get understand. Selector preference dot html. Okay, let me take one h1, and this will be something like a web development with full stack mon. Okay, mon. And try to write 3 kind of selectors now. Okay, I'm taking first one, element selector, h1, color. Okay, h1, sorry, this will be style, not style. Style open, style close, and h1 access. h1 color going to be red. This is my element selector. If class is not there, ID is not there, element selector is the first preference. Yes, so I got red color now. And text align center. I got red color now and text align center. Why? Because I don't have any class, I don't have any ID. Only element selector I written. Now I'm trying to write in the class and access by the class name, class 1. Taking a class and accessing by the class name. Class name is 1, and with the color I'm overriding with the green. Okay, now I'm trying to accessing with element name, at the same time I'm trying to accessing with the class name. So which is the first preference? Obviously class name is the first preference. Which is the first preference now? Anybody tell me in the chat box? Which is the first preference now? I'm giving element selector, I'm giving the class selector. Which is the first preference now? I'm giving element selector, I'm giving class selector. Which is the first preference now? Just give me in the chat box. Your reply can be in the chat box. Okay, fine. So this is the class selector. Class selector which is going to be getting the first preference. Why? Because if you have element and class both are available, class selector is the first preference in the browser. Class takes first preference to the browser. That's sort. And I'm taking ID also, guys. Okay, let me take ID now. ID 1. I'm taking ID also, ID 1. If I'm having ID hash 1, and I'm giving color blue. Let me give the color blue. If I'm having ID is the color blue. Then I have element selector, I have the class selector, I have ID selector. What is the first preference to the browser? The browser first preference is ID now. ID now. So you may think, sir, no, sir, the ID selector is in the 11th line. That is the why reason it is coming first. Okay, let me put this one before of the element selector. Let me put this one is before of the element selector. Okay, now you tell me, if you are trying to understanding like style sheets are working line by line, then element selector need to be get first. Style sheet is working line by line, right? So then element selector need to be get first. But no, it is not like that. If you have ID anywhere, automatically ID selector is going to be executing in the first preference. ID selector on top line, fifth line ID selector is there, but still it is going to be coming first line. First preference. First preference is nothing but if you have ID, automatically ID is the coming into the first preference. If you don't have ID, automatically, if you don't have ID, I don't have ID selection now. If you don't have ID selection, obviously class selector will come. If you don't have class, obviously element selector will come. The preferences you have to understand this. Yes, the preferences you have to understand how the things are happening with. How the things are happening with, you have to get to understand. Okay, so that's all enough. This is about three kind of selectors: element selector, class selector, and ID selector. In the real time, most of the people are using these kind of three selectors. Next, I will go with even selector, odd selector, and child selector. Even selector, odd selector, and the child selector. And the child selector. Okay, what about even selector? Selecting with even numbers. Selecting similar elements, even numbers. And odd selector, selecting similar elements, odd numbers. Selecting similar elements, even numbers, selecting similar elements, odd numbers. Okay, so let it be. I just want to try to get understand how even selector is working, how odd selector is working. Let's try to work with that. Save it as even, odd, and child. .html. I'm trying to writing three selectors over there. Okay, so let me take multiple kind of h1s now. So this h1 is full stack. Okay, so I'm taking a lot of h1s now in my HTML. I'm taking multiple h1s here. There are multiple kind of h1s. Now I'm trying to writing three kind of selectors. I'm trying to writing a three kind of selectors. The first one is even selector, nth child even, nth child even, and this will be for h1, right? h1 nth child of even, h1 related nth child of even. All even numbers I need to get select. Okay, let me give the background color for that, a brown color background, and color will be white. All events are getting selecting now. All even numbers are getting selecting now. Let me try to execute this and check it out. Wherever the even number value is there, the even number value something like 2468. This will be the one. First one is the one. Elements are going to be counted start with the one, and this is the 2, this is the 4, this is the 6, this is the 8, this is the 10. So even number, only even number is going to be selecting with something like a background color, text align, center, something like padding, 10 pixel. Okay, fine. Now see how this is going to be working like even boxes, even number selector. This is even number selector. At the same time, nth child odd, odd number need to get selected. Now background color something like I want to change to blue, and the same thing, process is same, but only color is getting changed different. So now you can see some elements are getting selecting even numbers, some elements are getting selecting with odd numbers. Now I try to work with nth child selector. Okay, see, concept is same. nth child of 4. I want to select only fourth element. The fourth element I should get select. Let me get select with the fourth element. That should be something like a background color, red color. Now you see the fourth element is completely different now. So to get save, let me go with some other color, green color. I try to execute this. Some fourth element we got in the green color background. So first event selector is working, then odd selector is working. Now fourth element also working for you. This is called nth child selector. So we discussed about event selector, we discussed about odd selector, we discussed about nth child selector, three things. The next one, nth child, nothing but selecting a specific number, selecting with a specific number element, selecting a specific number element, that is called nth child selector. Next one, universal selector. Universal selector. How universal selector will be? With a star symbol, star. Selecting all elements from your, selecting all elements from HTML, including HTML tag. HTML tag also included. Okay, so let me try to work with universal selector. Take a new program, save it as universal selector.html. Universal selector.html. Okay, so let me take h1 and h2. Some elements I will take. H1 I'm taking full stack. H2 I'm taking web development. Now try to write a style sheet for the universal selector. So this is the universal selector, star. Each and every element I should go with a border 3 pixel solid green. I want to take a border for each and every element. H1, H2, body, HTML, each and every element from your DOM level. Each and every element from the DOM level. Okay, can you see and observe? H1 getting selecting with the border, H2 is getting selecting with the border, and body element is going to be selecting with the border. At the same time, your HTML element also selecting with the border. Every element is going to be selecting with the border. Border is getting applied. Sir, no, this is very, very clear. So this is what called actually universal selector. And two more selectors are actually pending. That is one adjacent one sibling selector, and one more is adjacent all sibling selector. Okay, how these things are going to be working with, and one more is the group selector. Okay, so let me try to work with the group selector first. Next program, save it as group selector. Selector.html. Okay, so group of elements I can able to select at the single time. So the first H1 is web development, and now I'm taking H2. is also web development, and H3 web development. Okay, I want to select all the elements at the same time. I want to select all the elements at the same time. H1 comma H2 comma H3. For all the elements, I want to give the color. I want to give the color which will be something like a red, and the background color I want to give something like a aquamarine, and the text align center. Okay, H1, H2, H3, all elements are selecting at the same time. All elements are selecting at the same time by the comma separator. Okay, now you see H1, H2, H3, all elements are selecting at the same time. This is actually called group selector. Group of elements selecting at the single time. Group of elements selecting at the single time. Group of elements selecting at single time. Group of elements selecting at single time. That is actually called a group selector. So let me write suppose element 1 comma element 2 comma element 3 and curly braces open, curly braces close. That is actually called a group selector. And now I go with adjacent one sibling selector. Adjacent one sibling selector. Let me take a new and save it as adjacent one sibling dot html. Okay, I'm taking h1 guys, or h2 h1. Okay, this is a full stack. This is a full stack web development, and after this I'll be having a lot of paragraphs. I'm taking a lot of paragraphs. Let me take a lorem ipsum. This is the first paragraph I'm taking, and let me take a number of paragraphs. After the h1, I'm taking a lot of paragraphs here, and how this adjacent one sibling is going to be working with. Style open, style close, and try to work like h1 plus p. H1 plus p. After h1, one paragraph need to get select. After h1, only one paragraph need to get select. So what is the background color of this h1? Aqua, and the color of the paragraph should be black, and font size will be something like a 25 px. Now you try to get understand the first paragraph after the h1 is going to be getting selected. The first paragraph after the h1 is going to be selected. This is called adjacent one sibling selector. Adjacent one sibling selector. So anybody having confusion with adjacent one sibling? Now let me go for adjacent all sibling. Adjacent all sibling selector. Let me copy the program, taking new, paste here, and this one is adjacent all sibling dot html. I want to select all the paragraphs after the h1. I want to select all the. Okay, let me take CSS selectors. Sibling selector. So my symbol is not working. I'm taking the symbol from this. This is the symbol actually I need. This symbol I'm copying now. This symbol is not working in my laptop. Okay, so adjacent all sibling means h1 tilde symbol. Tilde symbol need to require. This is the tilde symbol. Tilde symbol is adjacent all sibling. All sibling means all the paragraph after the h1. All the paragraph after the h1 need to get select. Can you see now? All the paragraph after the h1 is going to be selected. This is actually called adjacent all sibling selector. The previous one is adjacent one sibling selector. This one is adjacent all sibling selector. So you try to work with multiple kind of selectors You just check the cheat sheet of the CSS and follow the notes. I will upload the notes today with your GitHub link. We have already GitHub link for our class, and I'm going to be uploading all the things into the GitHub. Just try to follow. And again, tomorrow we will continue with some other concept like a box model now.